Blockchain networks tend to get praised for their transparency. And that's a good thing, right? We like that. But you don't want your national ID number out there on chain for just anyone to see, or worst case, to use and potentially with which to steal your identity, right? Because public transparency does have its limits. And if you want to limit how much of your public information others can see and access on chain, then today's project is something that you ought to consider. We're introducing a true sleeping giant in this video, DOP, and its Selective Transparency Protocol. Welcome to our channel. My name is Maddie and this is Altcoin Buzz. I'm always going to wish you the very best of luck if you choose to invest, but just remember, I'm not a financial or investment advisor by trade, and so of course this video is not official financial or investment advice. Okay, so blockchains are public, at least the good ones are, and that's going to launch us into our discussion here of what exactly selective transparency is. We've generally been conditioned to think that blockchain privacy is only an all or nothing thing, right? It has to be either not private at all, like for example, Bitcoin or Ethereum, or completely 100% private, like Secret Network or Aleph 0. But that's just not the case. That's not true. DOP, which stands for Data Ownership Protocol, gives you an idea of where they stand just by the name. They want you to own and control your data. What a novel idea, right? You can see in the background, DOP is talking about how shielding some of your data will help crypto go mainstream. But they have this selective transparency thing. So what's that all about? DOP offers the chance for you to decide what, when, and how much of your data you can expose to the public. So it's not all or nothing. Real privacy actually moves on a sliding scale. Sometimes it matters a lot. If you're paying a bill online, or maybe something that costs more than $1,000, then maybe in that case, you don't want others to see that information. But then you have smaller transactions. Think of sending, $50 to a friend or buying a small free minted NFT. You may not care as much about who sees that. And so there are a lot of advantages to this method. The biggest advantage by far is that it's less of a hassle dealing with local regulations worldwide. Many jurisdictions, as we know right now, are becoming increasingly hostile to crypto. And some of these same jurisdictions have the guilty until proven innocent stance, even if they say they believe otherwise. Don't trust them. And so with that in mind, it means that platforms like Secret have a target on their back from these regulators and from these jurisdictions. And while we're against these types of policies, it's also foolish to ignore them completely when you know that these institutions and their agendas are out there. And so since DOP lets you select what to reveal, the responsibility falls to you. And if a regulator asks the DOP dev team about you, that's what they're going to say. Let's talk a little bit about data ownership versus privacy. We already see that with DOP, the level of privacy you choose is on a sliding scale. In other words, you get to decide. But there are some important distinctions to be made here. Privacy coins are a relatively small part of the market at approximately $6 billion. And the previously mentioned regulations are just one of a few reasons why. The biggest coin is Monero at number 27 by market cap here, and a market cap of $2.982 billion. But DOP is building on top of Ethereum. And the EVM market is huge at over $365 billion. It's about 60 times larger. And so maintaining data ownership down at the user level where you control it, but within the EVM ecosystem can be much more impactful. You're revealing your information much less often on the most popular platforms in crypto. Other advantages include zero knowledge-based KYC if your app needs to KYC customers, customized data disclosures, and showing full data ownership on Ethereum for the very first time. And so you can see that while privacy is a great goal, a full 100% privacy approach in the style of Secret might be more limiting than some of us would prefer. DOP's approach therefore broadens the possibility of you only disclosing this information when you want to, even when using the most popular ETH protocols. And by the way, that's a question I'd like to ask. Do you use any privacy protocols right now, currently? And if that's the case, which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Want to be in the best position for the upcoming crypto bull run? Introducing the Altcoin Buzz Alpha and Decubate special offer. Decubate Bronze Plus tier members can now claim a full refund on your first month of Altcoin Buzz Alpha membership. You're going to get access to the hottest IDOs, dedicated IDO reviews and profit-taking strategies, access to Altcoin Buzz's $10,000 portfolio, gems, watch lists, passive income strategies, IDOs, upcoming airdrops, buy and sell signals, and many more. And guess what? If you don't like Alpha, just let us know and we will 100% refund your subscription fee in its totality. And to be eligible, you just have to submit your Bronze Plus member email ID to the Alpha channel on Discord. Then simply join Altcoin Buzz Alpha. And if you want to get a Decubate tier, buy Decubate from PancakeSwap and then simply stake your tokens here. For more information and details, check out the links in both the description of this video below and in the pinned comment. So let's talk about the future of ETH apps and protocols. And to begin with, I'm pretty sure that by now you've seen the term account abstraction. It's a little confusing and it means a couple of different things. It's supposed to make using Ethereum safer and better. The creation of a smart contract, of course, lets you do the things that you want to do, like connect to a DeFi app, but in an easier way than we do now by connecting, approving interaction with the smart contract, approving the transaction, and then signing multiple times. This shift from externally owned accounts, which is doing well in the old way, to the new, faster, safer way is the future of all Ethereum apps and protocols. And this new way of using account abstraction allows DOP to offer you flexibility in how private your account is. At the network level, meaning on Ethereum, your account details will now be invisible. So ETH can't tell who you are. They can only see the smart contract with which you interact. And so at the user level, which is us, of course, those things are hidden. We now have more options for deciding who sees what instead of the full transparency of a working public blockchain. So it means wallets and apps are easier to work with and our control over our data will increase. Without account abstraction, it's hard to make privacy work unless you make everything private, again, like secret network. And the idea of you being in control of your data disclosures would be non-existent. So account abstraction is the future of ETH apps. And you can see how it'll work in real life with one of the first apps to implement it, DOP. And stay tuned, because there is a testnet coming soon, and you're going to want to try this for yourself.